Every dish I serve is authentic. I mean, it's authentically food. It may not be authentically from where it claims to come from. So this dish today is kind of a variation of a side dish that was served in a restaurant called Chi-Chi's, which is no longer in existence here in the United States. They used to serve spoonbread. It was like a sweet cornbread that they'd spoon out, and you get a little pile of it on your plate. It was absolutely delicious. This recipe is not only going to show you that recipe, but it's also going to give you a copycat recipe for a major popular product, and it's going to give you a recipe for jalapeno cheese spoonbread, which is absolutely delicious. That's what we're making today, so stick around and let's get it done. So we're going to start off with our corn muffin / cornbread base, 80 grams of all-purpose flour, followed by 80 grams of yellow cornmeal. Then 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of sugar and another tablespoon of baking powder. Subscribe if you think my singing sucks. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to take a whisk and mix this up. This is what's in that blue and white box that can be done in a jiffy, if you know what I mean. It's available in supermarkets everywhere. You can put this in a mason jar and store it. You can make a big batch, divide it up and store it, or you could cook it up right away, which is what we're doing today. So once that's nice and mixed, you could sift that also. We're going to add 1 liquid chicken. Get the whole thing in there, just not the shells. You don't want the shells, just the liquid chicken part. Then we're going to add 1 full can of cream-style sweet corn. I get mine from the Giant Green Man. Look at that. Then 3 tablespoons of melted butter. You don't want it screaming hot. You just want it to the point of being melted. Those clumps are soft. They'll disperse. 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. Now you could mix this up here and bake it up 40 minutes, 350. It'll be delicious and sweet and corny. But we're going to go the extra mile with adding 1 chopped jalapeno. Just like that, because this is jalapeno cheese bread at the end. That's what we're doing. But seriously, you could stop before the jalapeno and bake the whole thing up, and it will be absolutely delicious. Now that it's all mixed up, we're going to add 1 cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. Believe it or not, you can use the cheap stuff for this. It'll be just fine. You can do the pre-shredded. It'll be just fine, trust me. Or you could shred it yourself and be super fancy. But if you're, trying to do this quickly, use the bag stuff. It's cool. So now, 8x8 baking dish that has been generously applied with cooking spray. You could also use a brownie pan. Work perfectly. Get all your batter in there, though. Make sure it's all in. Waste not, want not, my friends. But, you do you, I guess. But just get it all in there. And the rim. And then give it a shimmy and a shake. And then we're going to stick this into the center of a 350-degree oven for 20 minutes. Now, after that 20 minutes, it's not going to be done. We'll move to the next step. And here we go. 20 minutes later, you see it's jiggly. It's not done. It's not ready to be eaten yet, but it's ready for the next step. We're going to top this bad boy with some more shredded cheddar cheese. Because, let's face it, you add more cheese to anything, it's going to be delicious. There you go. Get it fully covered. Don't leave that quarter. Come on. There we go. And now I'm just going to top it with some sliced fresh jalapeno. You can use as much or as little as you'd like. This is where, as much as I'm using, because this is as much survived me snacking on them while I was cooking. I know it's not much, but hey, a little green. And then we're going to stick that back into that 350-degree oven for another 20 minutes. And then after the 20 minutes, here we go. Look at how pretty that is. It's beautiful. It smells so good. We're going to plate it up nice and pretty, just like that. It looks great. It smells great. It is great. Now let's stuff it in our faces. Ooh, yeah. It's my favorite way. My favorite way to have this stuff. With jalapenos and cheese. The jalapenos kind of cook down. They get small. Let me see if I can find one. Can you see that guy? Whoa. Ah. See, this stuff's very soft. That's why they call it spoon bread, right? Let's give it a shot. That's right where it needs to be. That fresh jalapeno flavor. Can you see that? It's like a little one in there. It's got that fresh pepper flavor. It's bright, it's delicious, it's cheesy. This is 100% delicious. It may not be 100% authentic, but it's authentically delicious. How about that? So there you go, folks. Jalapeno Cheddar Spoonbread. Absolutely delicious. Pretty easy. And you got some bonus action off of it. If you remember going to Chi-Chi's back in the day, drop it down in the comments. Tell me where you're from, which one you went to. The last one I went to was right outside of Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. We had gone on vacation. I think it was like 2002. So, hey, drop that down in the comments. Let's talk about it. You want to see me make something? You got a suggestion? I take requests. Drop that down in the comments. You want to tell me I suck? Hey, drop that down in the comments. It's all good. But please, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that like button, and we'll catch you on the next one.